Hello, I'm Antonio Mora. This is the newsandnews.com Day in Brief. Today's top stories in 4 minutes. It's Thursday, August 9th at about 7 p.m. If you thought the tensions between the Trump camp and Special Counsel Mueller's office couldn't get worse, you were wrong. President Trump again went on the attack on Twitter, saying the Mueller investigation is, quote, run by people who are totally corrupt and or conflicted. He then mentioned that, quote, many lying and dishonest people already fired. 17 angry Dems? Stay tuned. The 17 angry Dems refers to Mueller prosecutors. It's not clear what stay tuned means, but it sure appears to be a not very veiled threat to fire them. In fact, that's how conservative sites that support Trump, including Breitbart and the Daily Caller, are interpreting it. The tweet follows controversial comments from Trump lawyers Rudy Giuliani and Jay Sekulow in turning down Mueller's latest proposal for an interview with Trump. They both said they won't allow the president to walk into a perjury trap. Giuliani also predicted the case would blow up on Mueller. Some, mostly on the left, have argued there would be no perjury trap if Trump just tells the truth. But that's simplistic, given the huge number of varying and sometimes contradictory statements Trump has made about a long list of things, including the firing of Jim Comey from the FBI. Falling into a perjury trap isn't far-fetched. So, either negotiations continue on a Trump interview, Mueller gives up on getting the interview, he may not need it, Mueller subpoenas Trump, and that leads to another court battle, or Trump fires the special counsel. Despite Trump's tweet, I still think he would not want another Saturday night massacre. Also today, powerful Republican Congressman Devin Nunes was secretly recorded telling GOP donors that keeping a majority in the House is the only way to protect Trump, and that the Senate needs to focus first on confirming Kavanaugh to the Supreme Court before turning to impeaching Deputy Attorney General Rosenstein. Again, I don't see Rosenstein getting impeached, even if the GOP retains control of the House. Russia has threatened to retaliate if the U.S. follows through on new sanctions to further punish Russia for the poisonings in the United Kingdom earlier this year. Russia has a lot to lose in escalating this fight because just the threat of the new U.S. sanctions sent the ruble plunging and spooked investors. Russia's economic growth is already anemic compared to most of the world. And at the Pentagon, Vice President Pence outlined plans for a space force that would be the country's 6th armed service by 2020. Before that, the Pentagon will assemble the U.S. Space Command, led by a 4-star level officer. No word on how many billions it will cost. Congress will have to approve the funding, which is no sure thing, but the top Democrat and Republican on the Armed Services Committee issued a joint statement applauding the plan. In our daily alternate universes segment, the great divide between conservative and liberal media, Politico reports that the TV networks have increased security at presidential rallies as the rhetoric against the media escalates on both sides. In the days when I covered political rallies, security was for the candidate, not for reporters. But Trump's enemy of the people attacks have gone way too far. It will be a sad day in American history and for our republic when the constitutionally protected press cannot do its job safely. That said, the media bears its share of the blame. CNN's Jim Acosta, a special target of the right, appeared on Stephen Colbert's show Wednesday. Colbert, often acerbic with guests on the right, only lobbed softballs at Acosta, who attacked Trump and said reporters aren't supposed to be part of the story. That shows a lack of self-awareness for a correspondent who has often made himself the story and has been criticized in The Atlantic as practicing a, quote, dangerous brand of performance journalism. Talking about performance, Fox's Laura Ingraham is getting slammed for her rhetoric. Wednesday night, she claimed the America we know and love doesn't exist anymore because of demographic changes. She even targeted legal immigration. As a legal immigrant, I'll confess to bias here, but where is Ingraham's self-awareness? Her 3 adopted kids are legal immigrants. I've met both Ingraham and Acosta, like them both. They are too smart for this. You can find all those stories and much more updated around the clock 7 days a week on newsandnews.com, where you will find all you need to know in one place. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the right of your screen just below this video. And please follow us on Facebook at Real News and News and me on Twitter at AMoraTV. I'll see you again tomorrow.